All right. Hey, everybody, it's the Chaplain here coming to you live with War Ensemble. This is myself and Admiral Balch as the Axis against Moose Cow and Austin as the Allies. I am Germany and Italy. Admiral Balch is the mighty Japan. Hi, sweetheart. Ooh, thank you. She brought me tea. It's Germany turn 2. I am assuming, because I've heard from everybody else, but Austin, let us know, dude. I think you're advancing your tech. We're just going to make an executive decision and say everybody advance to tech. Because I haven't heard from you yet. So, okay. Germany had a ton of money to spend. So first off, I'm spending 4 on tech to advance it. I'm going to spend 8 on a destroyer. I'm going to spend 16 on 4 artillery, 10 on a miner, and 30 on 10 infantry. And I'm going to put on some music that doesn't have lyrics in it, because I thought somebody was down here talking to me. Crazy. Press home to open. Alright, let's see. That was trippy. Okay, we got a couple of attacks to declare. We're going to attack Vichy. We're going to attack the fleet. We're going to attack Karelia, Lithuania, Eastern Poland, Western Ukraine, Bryansk, and Rostov. But first, I got to fix something. My silly Italian tank from northern Italy could not drive through Yugoslavia and claim and activate the Bulgarians because, this is still pro-Allied. So I'm showing all of you guys that I'm taking all of this stuff away. I put the 4 infantry that I got away. I'm taking the tank back to northern Italy, and I'm reducing Italy's income by 1. By 1. Gone. Coolio. Alright, we did purchases in Vichy. I am driving a mechanized infantry down into Vichy to claim Vichy, and then to say, no, you know what, guys? We're just going to activate you. You're going to be... So all the French units that are standalone units right now in French or neutral territories are all now neutral. So the fighter up here is Free French. The French infantry in Transjordan over here is actually Free French. But all of the other French units, this destroyer here, the cruiser and A-36, they're all neutral. The French guy over in Thailand, he is a Free French. So, if the Allies want to take anything French, they gotta do stuff now. All right, so let's lay out some attacks. First off, up here in Karelia, I'm gonna walk one dude into Karelia. I'm gonna leave that upside down. I'll do the money later. In Lithuania, the 1 infantry. I'm going to send in 1 infantry from Poland. I'm going to send in 2 infantry from Poland and an artillery. And then into Eastern Poland, I'm sending the remaining Polish infantry and artillery in, as well as 2 infantry from Slovakia, Hungary. Oh, what the heck. I'll send another artillery from Slovakia, Hungary over there as well. Okay, so that's 3 infantry. They're going to non-com, so it's okay. Into Rostov, I'm sending 2 infantry from Ukraine, along with a tank from Bessarabia, boop boop. And I'm going to paradrop 1, 2, 3, 2 more infantry into that battle. So there are 4 infantry in there. 4 infantry and a tank against a tank, a mech, and a tank. I think I'm going to send a tactical over 1, 2, 3, and he'll have 1 movement left. Fix that. And And the strat came from Romania, 1, 2, 3. He'll have 3 left. This is at the bottom of your screen, guys. You can't even see what the heck I'm doing. I'm so sorry. But at least I'm saying everything and where it's coming from and what it's doing. Into Bryansk, I'm going to drive 2 mechanized from Bessarabia through Ukraine and up into Bryansk. And I will also fly a fighter. 1, 2, 3. He'll have 1 left. And a strat bomber. 1, 2, 3. He'll have 3 left. He's going to go back to Romania. And I'm going to drop in 2 infantry over there. I'll just put him already back in Romania. Those are going to stay there for now. That's still here for now. In western Ukraine, I'm driving in artillery, riding in artillery. They're not self-propelled, Bob. They're not self-propelled. Up here, this fleet, I'm going to send a couple planes, so he will get AAA fire. I'm going to send 3 tacticals. They'll go 1, 2. So they will have 3 remaining. And I'm going to send 3 fighters as well, which will also have 3 remaining. Because he has a AAA shot, I don't get to target select. So all of my 3s will be boosted. That fighter stays there. Everything else is non-combat, I believe. Okay? Oh, and my submarine over here. I forgot. I'm also sending that in. 1, 2. Not that that really matters. All right, here we go. To the tray. And I have not adjusted any IPCs yet. Let's do the AAA shot. And then he has a cruiser and destroyer. I have 3 fighters, 3 tacticals, and a submarine. All right, so he gets his AAA shot first. Missed. Here's my attack. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. So he's toast. In response, he got 2 hits. So I will lose my sub. And I will lose my sub and shoot. What am I gonna lose? I'll come back to that. So I'm gonna put one of these dice over here by those 6 planes. No, I can't come back to it. Can I come back to it? No, that's not the right thing to do. I'll just decide now. I will lose a fighter because it's cheaper. Alright, so that's all square. In Lithuania, I have an infantry, and then I have an infantry artillery against your lone infantry. Here we go. I got a hit. Your defense in Lithuania is a miss. Lithuania, no casualties. That's what I like to see. In Eastern Poland, you have 2 infantry defending. I have 2 artillery and 2 infantry that are paired and then 1 unpaired. So here's my assault in Eastern Poland. I got 2 hits, that's all I needed. Your response in Eastern Poland is 1 hit. So I will lose an infantry. Eastern Poland is mine. Alright. Bryansk. I have 4 at 1 and 1 at 3, and you have 1 at 2, so we can throw all this together. You got a hit, and I got hits. So Bryansk falls, and I lose an infantry. Excuse me. And then in Rostov, I have a tank, tactical bomber, and 4 infantry, and you have an artillery, a mech, and a tank. I got 2 hits. That'll be your 2s. Your response, you got 3 hits. That's 3 infantry gone. I have an infantry, tank, and plane left. My plane got a hit. Your last tank hit. So all of my infantry are gone. I take the territory with a tank. That is not what I wanted to do. But that's okay. It's just a game. I didn't fly over your sea units in the Black Sea. All my movement points that I counted were elsewhere. Alright, so let's do this then. I think that was all the dice. Let's take a look at it. I threw those dice, I threw those dice, I threw those dice, I threw those dice. Okay. Okay. So, against Russia, Germany is going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So Germany is going to go from 41 to 48, and Russia is going to go from, I think you're at 35. 35 minus 8, or minus 7 rather, is 28. And Germany doesn't go up the money for Vichy. That's why it's not on screen. Okay. Now, non-combat movements. Let's back this up a little bit. This strategic bomber is going to go into Bessarabia. So that was his. Tactical is going to land in Ukraine. These 4 infantry are going to move into Romania, along with this artillery. All right. The fighter and tactical that are here are going to fly 1, 2. Hold on a second. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can't make it there, can you? All right. Switch that. Can you see this fighter in Western Germany? Yep. So he's going to fly 1, 2 into the sea, 3, 4, 5, and he's going to land down here in El Alamein. The fighter and tactical in Romania are going to fly into Western Germany. Infantry. I can rail 5 infantry. So I have 6 infantry there. I don't want to rail 6 infantry. I'm going to rail 2 artillery, 1, 2, 3, into Bessarabia. And I'm going to rail 3 infantry into Bessarabia. Okay. So I can't rail from Berlin anymore. 3 infantry from Berlin are going to walk into Western Germany, though. All right, so there will be that many. All right. In Paris, 2 artillery are going to rail 1, 2, 3 up to Berlin. I see I still have planes to land up there. Nope, that's railing 1, 2. Stupid Yugoslavia. I could have railed them into Romania. That's all right. I'll just rail them into Berlin so they can rail on their next turn. Excuse me. And then 5 tanks are going to drive to Berlin. Come on, tanky. Tanky. All right, so those are there. Yeah. That mech is going to stay there. This mech will have to move out on the next turn. These planes that were in A-15 still have 3 movements left. So they can go 1, 2, 3. They can all land in Bessarabia. So 3 tacticals and 2 fighters are going to go land in Bessarabia. I got to keep it separate from that guy. All right, I'm just going to put them in the Black Sea because this is kind of a mess over here. They're in Bessarabia. 3 tacticals, 2 fighters in Bessarabia. That's 3 infantry. And I'm not putting a dude on top of it because you'll see. Okay, I've moved all my money. I moved all my pieces. I've landed all my planes except for this one here in Bryansk. He has to come down and land here, and he had 1 movement left. He lands in Ukraine. Everyone else has landed. AAA in Poland is going to move into Eastern Poland. AAA in Berlin, I can't rail because he's already done stuff. The AAA in Romania is going to move into Bessarabia. A AAA from Western Germany is going to rail into Romania. And now I've moved every piece. Okay. So now placement of units. The minor factory is going to go down in Romania. I'm going to build 2 artillery. No, I'm going to build 1 artillery and 3 infantry in, what's that? Ukraine. So that's my 4 there. 4 units that I built there. 1 artillery and 3 infantry. Okay. I still have 3 more artillery. I'm going to put 1 artillery. Nope, I'm going to put 2 artillery and 2 infantry into Paris. Okay, so I have 1 artillery left. The last artillery I'm going to build is going to go into Berlin. Can you build in a miner you just created? I don't remember the answer to that. I guess I do have to chip that out then. Anyway. All right, I've built 2 infantry there, 3 infantry there, so I have 5 more infantry to build. And I'm going to build them in Berlin. All right, and then we'll do a disposition. I didn't build my destroyer yet either. The destroyer is going down right there. Right there. Right there. In the English Channel. All right, disposition of German forces. And then I'll collect money. I got 2 subs over here. An A-16. I have a destroyer and A-20. In Vichy, I have a mech that has to move out on the next turn. Paris has a AAA, 2 artillery, 2 infantry, and a mechanized. Oh, those are backwards. In Western Germany, 5 infantry, a fighter, a tactical, and a AAA. Excuse me. In Berlin, 5 tanks, 3 artillery, a AAA, and 5 infantry. In Romania, 3 infantry, a strat, an artillery, and a AAA. In Bessarabia, a strat, 3 infantry, 2 artillery, a AAA, 2 fighters, and 3 tacticals. Western Ukraine has an artillery. Ukraine has 3 infantry, 2 mech, 2 tanks, a fighter, a tactical, and an artillery. Rostov has a tank. Bryansk has an infantry and 2 mechs. Western Ukraine has an artillery. Eastern Poland has 2 infantry, 2 artillery, and a AAA. There is an artillery and 2 infantry in Lithuania. 6 infantry in Finland, 1 infantry in Karelia. Holy smokes. And I believe that puts Germany at 48 on the tracker. So I'll collect 48. And then my bonus is I don't have Leningrad or Stalingrad or Moscow. I don't have any in the Middle East or London. I don't have a land unit in El Alamein. But I get a +7 for Denmark, Norway, and Sweden. So there's +7. 5 subs, and then I get a +3 for Armistice. So that gives me 48, 53, 58. It gives me 58 to spend on my next turn. Oh yeah, don't forget about the fighter down in El Alamein. Right there. It's that guy. I'm the chaplain. I'll be praying for you.